are in the Similkameen Valley. I just set up the cameras. Really wide load. Might not look like a really wide load from the camera view. Most of it's hanging off the passenger side. Just one panel. The whole load is a normal size load except for one panel. One panel is 11 feet 3 1/4 inches or 3.44 meters. Wide enough load that I pulled out my wide load mirrors so I can see traffic behind me. Beautiful, beautiful Similkameen Valley. The Similkameen River is very, very full. Let's see if we get glimpses of that further down as we go. Got all the wineries here, and then we'll get into some pasture lands and then into the orchards. Head technically westbound on Crow's Nest Highway number 3, but we're headed north up the Similkameen Valley. This video is brought to you by the Sutherland Group, now hiring Super B woodchip, Super B flat deck, Class 1 drivers in BC's Lower Mainland, the Okanagan, and the Kootenays. To apply, go to sutco.ca, use promo code QuadFan, let them know I sent you. Plus you get an extra $100 on your first payday, and make sure you write my name down as a reference. Just me personally, if you use me as a reference, I will split any referral bonuses I get with you. 50-50. So how did we get here? Where did I leave you guys yesterday? Okay. Yeah, a lot happened actually. I wanted to actually shoot another video yesterday instead of the one you guys got, but I ran out of time. Because it was all just rush, 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 go, 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 and I'm still under the rush, 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 go, 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 try to get everything in mentality. Right now my GPS says I'm got 22 minutes. I'm going to run out of hours 22 minutes before the rest area I want to pull into. So, 22 minutes short of where I want to stop tonight. So, yeah, rush, rush, rush. Having said that, the GPS is set for an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour as a maximum speed. And this load is quite light. So, we're going to make up some time. 22 minutes though? Not sure. So yeah, yesterday I got unloaded by lunchtime, which meant I barely could make it to Abbotsford to get reloaded. So I had to rush all the way to Abbotsford. Luckily I ate my lunch while they were still unloading me, or else I wouldn't have had time for lunch. And then I looked at the time and I'm like, oh, my next load is going to Portland, US load. I'm not going to quite make it to do a US run. So I had to rush there and I didn't make it. I was half an hour short of making it to the customer. But only half an hour, so. But then again, that half hour yesterday could have made the difference today of being able to make that rest area without having to worry. And I don't have to make that rest area, but if I don't, it's in the US, it's Bow Valley rest area, it's the first rest area in the US. If I don't, then I have to stay in Canada tonight. I can't cross the border, and I would really like to get across the border tonight, because the border crossing tonight will be nice and fast and easy. Knock on wood. Basically, there won't be a big traffic jam. Tomorrow morning, it'll be like half an hour to an hour traffic jam getting across the border. So I would like to cross the border today. So yeah, super wide load. Beautiful, lush green spring here. Although it's really getting dry here. Like, it's really dry. I know we're in danger of flooding right now. A lot of the rivers are right to their banks. All that snow melting from the higher elevation is causing some pretty good flooding down here, or high risk of flooding. Oh, did I miss? Ah, shoot. I missed my honking point. Oh well, next time. I always honk at a farmer here and say hi. Getting into the orchards here, / grassland. Welcome to Cawston. Cawston. Small community, mostly off the main highway. It's all the village is all really off to the left-hand side. Yes, left-hand. Yes, left-hand side. There's buildings all over the place. It's a very spread out community. It's a beautiful day here. When I said good morning, I meant afternoon because it is 4:30 p.m. It's 32 degrees Celsius. She's warm out there. Apparently there's a big thunderstorm moving in for tomorrow night, maybe Friday morning, It's supposed to bring in a lot of rain. So that's what's bringing all these flood concerns up. Should be an interesting next couple of weeks. Concerned that they might close some roads down if it gets a little too waters get a little too high. In fact, right now, I guess 2 weeks ago for you guys, Cache Creek is flooded. Houses are getting flooded right now. The highway's still open, but you literally have to drive through water on the main highway get north to Prince George if you're going via Cache Creek. There's a Sutco chip truck. They're getting paid $31 an hour if you're working for the chip division. Seeing quite a bit of alfalfa here too, but it looks like they're irrigating a lot of it already. So everything looks nice and lush and green, but the farmers know that we're in a bit of a drought. So maybe that thunderstorm is good for the farmers' fields, not so good for anyone living along the river in flood danger. Bit of a conflict of interest there. Some people are praying for rain, some people are praying for no rain. But with the hot last couple of days we've had, really started on Saturday, well, really last week Friday, so almost a week now of very hot, not hot days, but very, very warm, very comfortable days. Went from cold days to very hot days very quick. It's like winter wasn't letting go, and all of a sudden, wham, summer's here. We never really had a spring. Welcome to Karameas. See, a lot of the orchards are starting to bloom very nicely. Turn left at the stop sign. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to get the joy of driving through Seattle rush hour. Yippee! With a wide load. Oh, are we even allowed to? Huh, I'm going to have to read the permit. See how wide we are and if we're allowed to drive through Seattle during rush hour. Thank you for first looking. People walking out to their cars. A wide load. Here the Similkameen Valley gets really narrow. From the border till Karameas, the valley's a nice and wide valley, lots of farmland. And then after Karameas, it gets super narrow all the way to Princeton. It gets a little wider there for a second, and then it gets all narrow again. Lots of fruit stands. We like the fruit stands out here. I think it's Mariposa in particular. Not for the sake that it might be better than the other fruit stands, but we can pull a big rig in there. For coming home on a Friday, it's perfect to pull into there, pick up the fruits and veggies just once, and then go home. I guess both directions there's parking. because you can park a rig on the shoulder here on the right hand side, and then just on the other side of this fruit stand right here. This one's still closed, but the other one that we just passed was open already. But you see a big gravel area here on the left hand side, perfect to pull a rig in. Hammer down. I saw 2 weeks ago there were some complaints about the audio. That was when we were driving over or down the Snoqualmie and over Tiger Pass. And the road was so bumpy that the microphone kept disconnecting and reconnecting. Maybe it wasn't plugged 100% all the way in, maybe? I'm not sure. But it was a little obnoxious. Ooh, glad the bike was pulling over. I've had to pass several bikes already, and it gets difficult in the 2-lane sections. 4-lane section, at least I have that lane in the center. But yeah, this river definitely looks pretty full. It's not as full as some of the other rivers I've seen today. The one by Grand Forks is like 1 foot from cresting. In fact, some spots it was actually flowing over its banks. Looks like the Similkameen still has a couple of feet over here before it will be flooding. But if that rainstorm comes, it could very likely do some flooding here. Now the GPS says we're 20 minutes short of making it. We've gained a whole 2 minutes through Karamius. Hey, there's a Sutco truck. Super B with some interesting load in the back. Definitely some clouds building up over there. Should get interesting. just cut that corner there, or else it makes it a bit of a jarring corner. If you guys notice, man, that river is really wide there. All the gravel, all the islands and stuff are gone. Well, not all of them, but that river is definitely getting pretty wide. If you guys notice that this road is very up and down and left and right and weaves all over the place. A little bit after we get through Headley, you'll notice the road gets completely flat and nice soft sweeping corners. Why is that? Because on this side of the river, we're following the old road. I see a lot of people in this RV park getting ready to move out. A lot of people are gathering all their things, disconnecting all their winter stuff, all their curtains. They're getting ready for a flood just in case. The other side of the river here had a railroad. That ran from the US up to Princeton and then on further. There's actually a railroad on this side as well that ran, you'll see signs of a railroad on this side as well that ran from Headley to Caramias for the Headley gold mines. But they never built the road on the old railroad bed. The old highway is still on this side of the highway further down, on this side of the river. But the new highway got built. Can't really say new because this highway's pretty old already. But the newer section of the highway got built on the other side, on the old railroad bed. They just widened the bed out, so it's no hills, no sharp corners. It makes the other side feel like you can take a break from driving. Here you need 100% concentration the whole time, or else take a corner too wide like that. Look at all the calves. A lot of baby calves in there. I mean, a lot of adult cows too, but a lot of babies. Irrigating this grass already because they ain't got to feed all those cows. And with that drought, you need to grow this grass as much as possible. I wonder if all the farmers put a pump into the river and started irrigating their fields more. Would that lower the water in any kind of substantial way, enough to prevent flooding downstream? Hey buddy, if you're gonna pass me. You were good. You had the lane. You bailed out way too early. You could have completed that pass. Looks like they're doing a lot of digging and levee building down there right now. I guess they're trying to prevent their river from cresting over the shores there. This corner here eats trucks every year too. Both directions for some reason. I guess that's the old railroad bed right there that we just crossed. Here you see the old railroad bed again on the right hand side. A road where all the tires are blocked. Whoever owns it now doesn't want us to pull in there, but that's all old railroad bed. Making another attempt. Still disappointed that white church doesn't exist here anymore. Although I don't know what the owners of the land actually feel about it. If they're happy that the church is missing, then I understand why. Whole colonization thing. Welcome to Headley. Mascot Mine Tours over here. They were closed the last 2 years, so hopefully they open up again this year. Almost to the crossing of the river. I think some sheep, some goats, and like a llama. A bit of a mix of everything. Hobby farm. Gold Mountain RV Park. Lots of RV parks along here. I mean, like, makes sense. Seems like a pretty awesome place to spend some time camping out. Here we go, let's cross the river. The old highway continues here to the right. That'll bring you right to Princeton. over the roaring Similkameen River. And we join the old railroad bed. We'll just set cruise control here. We're doing 10 kilometers below the speed limit. Looks like the driver up front is in no rush. And at 10 below the speed limit, there's not a chance I can pass them. So I'll be stuck behind all the way to Princeton, all the way to Princeton. We're not going to Prince George. That's like another whole day drive north. Maybe as the road straightens out, you'll get a little bit faster. Seems like we got a slow vehicle going the opposite direction too. Kind of a bad place to break down. Definitely, the With the valley getting this narrow, it feels dark down here, even though it's still bright sunshine out. Yeah, that river's definitely not at flood stage yet, but it's a roaring. Excuse me. Quite relaxing here. There's quite a bit of all those logs on the left-hand side there, they're all getting turned into fence posts. Not necessarily fence posts, but posts. Could be for vineyards and orchards and stuff too, but just realized what time it is. I should probably let you guys go. So I guess, because I'm pretty wide, I'm going to be stuck with a curfew through Seattle tomorrow. Most likely I cannot drive through, I can't hit Seattle until 9 a.m. Basically between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. I cannot be driving through Seattle. So I'll have to do the math. I should be able to time it out so I hit Seattle right at that time and be the most efficient drive through there possible. Yeah, I'll have to do that math tonight. Read my permits, figure all that out. go from there. But anyway, we've gone from a beautiful big wide open valley to this small narrow cooler 25 degrees Celsius here, so quite a bit cooler because it doesn't get nearly as much sun. Valley here, a lot more gold in this section. People still come panning for gold along the river here. Still a little bit to be found. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably driving through Seattle. We'll see how it goes. Till tomorrow, I am out of here. Thank you guys for watching. You guys rock.